my beloved, my chosen one, my child of grace whose steps carry heaven's light. Why did your hands suddenly turn cold? Why did your heart make that strange jump? Deep within, you already feel that something has opened. A truth sealed for years is finally being uncovered, and heaven is allowing you to see it. But only if you remain, because Archangel Michael is crying again. He is not simply weeping, he is wailing. Do you know why? You often leave the one message that was never meant to be missed. It is the message carrying your name in golden flame. It holds the answer to what someone confessed about you when you were absent. This is not another story to scroll beyond. At this very moment, heaven moves through time and kindness to show you the truth. You might never see your life the same way again if you miss it. Please listen before we go on. If your spirit wants to see what has been hidden, and your soul is ready to do so, join this holy place where God and His messengers talk. You weren't just brought here by chance. You got there at just the right time. If you miss the next quiet word, it could put off what you've been looking for years. It's not fun to do this. It comes from heaven. Last night, the Archangel Michael spoke. You couldn't see the battle scars on his arms. He looked up and told them, "You have no idea what was said behind closed doors." God heard everything. Michael needs to tell you the truth now. Whether it makes you feel better, hurts you, or changes the way you see him for good. Someone told someone they loved them a secret late at night. There was no joke or made-up dream about it. The sound came from a soul that was shaking and couldn't hide any longer. They finally said it. They said what you had always known, the words that were hidden in the silence. They were no longer able to keep it inside. They told you that they still think about you. They said that you changed their lives in a way that they can't explain. They tried to switch you out. They did everything they could to forget about you. As soon as they said those words, heaven shook because the truth was finally out in the open. You should know, but you weren't ready before. The truth had been too heavy for your heart until now. You are now strong enough to take it, but it comes with a warning. Michael told me that you will miss both the confession and the door it opens if I skip this message. It's locked, so don't try to open it again. Let that truth sink in. This door holds more than just words. It holds dreams. It helps us understand. It tells you why that person left and why your memory stays with them like a holy letter folded in their soul. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Now is the time for you to know, my child. It doesn't come from rumors or tears, it comes from the records in heaven. When someone tells the truth in pain, angels hear it. It's written down. If that confession is about you, it will stay in a vault in heaven until God tells you to give it out. Now is the time. The sound from heaven has been waiting for your heart to be strong enough to handle it. Doesn't the air around you feel different now? The weight and warmth may feel different. Michael is here in spirit, not as a figure. He has a scroll with your name written on it. You might cry reading these words. They might make you mad. They might heal you. Every line gives your spirit something it's been needing. Still want to hear them. Don't let this truth weaken your heart. It's not a story. It's an account of your soul. Think about the person who caused you harm, the one who went away, or maybe the one who never got close enough. Even though they broke a sacred bond, they still felt it. They told someone not long ago that they thought they had destroyed something holy. There was no talk about a house. In their hearts, they meant you. They knew that your love was unique, pure, and impossible to find again. They tried to protect you, but they failed. Now, they have to watch you rise without you. But the fact that they told you isn't the only surprise. What heaven has planned because of it is the bigger surprise. God is not mad at you. He is getting ready for a change. There are times when someone has to admit something before another person can walk through it. You are that person. You have to wait for the door to open for you. You didn't turn mean. You let your tears water your roots. Now, heaven will praise you in public for what you went through in private. Michael said that this isn't just about hearing the confession. It's about how that confession starts. This is the truth. They cursed when they said your name. It sounded like they knew they had lost more than a person. They missed a chance to pray. They prayed for you and you answered, but they let fear speak louder than love. Thoughts now follow them. Not ghosts, but moments in time. People remember how you laughed. They remember how deep your eyes looked. They remember how your silence made them feel safer than any words. Then, they said they still look for your energy and wonder if you think of them. Heaven knew something they didn't. You had already gone ahead. Still, your spirit left them with a scent. Now all the love you freely gave is coming back to you as a reward. You never lost anything honest that came from your heart. As heaven starts to give you back what your heart gave away, it also brings you guidance for the heavy things you've been carrying quietly in every other part of your life. As your parent, I can see the trouble you've been having, the stress you feel about money, the worries that stay in the background, and the times when you don't know what to do next. Peace is already on its way because you've been asking for it. You're not supposed to stay scared. You should move forward every day with a plan, faith, and clear steps. That's why you've been given a simple system. This is a 30-day faith and money breakthrough system. Each day has a focus prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move forward. There is no stress or confusion. There is only steady progress toward peace and stability. Today is the day to take the first step toward making things better if you feel ready. This could be the start of a big change in your life. The link is in the description and in the comments that have been pinned below. Heaven is now fixing every hidden part of your life, and this is just one part of it. What you're about to see could only happen in heaven. Someone wrote about you in a journal while you cried at night. Psyches were asked about your energy. Someone whispered to the moon, one last sign from you. That sign is this message. Heaven's answer to their search is not to bring you back together, but to set you free. It stops you from having to wait, wonder, and feel weak while you wait for an apology. It's time to heal now that the confession has been made. Michael told me that chains will fall off my spirit when I fully receive this. Angels who used to carry your tears will now carry your victory. You are about to enter a time of supernatural justice. Not anger or revenge, but divine realignment. The person who hurt you has been to heaven. They know that the truth that they were trying to avoid has been shown to their spirit. They have thought about you in their dreams. They find your name in strange places. They hear songs that carry your soul's mark. They tried to forget about it, but heaven doesn't erase holy bonds. Destiny is changed. Now you are being led back to your true path and the reward you deserve. Peace will be your daily bread and truth will rest on your forehead as you start this new life. There is no more crying from Archangel Michael. Keep an eye on him. He watches as you take your first breath of freedom because you know that you were always the good thing. You were always the prayer. You can be brave in what heaven has always known about you because of this message. You are holy. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool. Everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now stay right here with me because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Heaven has always known how valuable you are. Even though you had doubts about it for years, my beloved, take a deep breath in. What's about to happen may change the way you've always seen yourself. You have been loved behind their backs. People have put you in the middle of their quiet world. They said your name in their heads when no one was looking. Still, there were times when you felt invisible and alone. You thought you were asking too much when all you really wanted was someone who would be honest, love you no matter what, and choose you right away. Michael, the Archangel, saw everything. He was there for you when your message was read, but not responded to. He cried with you when you let someone off the hook, even though they didn't deserve it. He held your broken heart like a child holds a broken toy, carefully and gently. Heaven will never forget how much you loved him. His tears aren't because he feels sorry for you this time. He cries this time because of what is about to happen. After this, you won't be the same. That's not a heads up. It's what heaven says. What is being found will change the way you understand many things that you used to get wrong. You should know this. God didn't forget about you. He didn't ignore what you did. He didn't let your tears go to waste. Each silent tear you shed became a scroll in heaven. Your name has been heard in holy places. Heaven stopped when someone you know and used to love said your name on earth not long ago. Angels ceased their work. Because their words were different, divine time slowed down. In depth they were not. It was a confession and an opening up of the spirit. They said that when they close their eyes, they can still feel your energy. They told me that you were the one they let go, the person they still dream about even though they say they're over it. Don't let silence fool you, my child. Don't let the distance fool you. Their soul has been calling your name through memories, through time, through lives. Now that shout has reached Archangel Michael, who has one last job to do, before your life changes completely. It's not just about broken hearts. This is about fate, because when they really said your name, something started to happen. One of the chains that was stopping your progress broke. There was a spiritual blockage that broke, and you received something holy that only a few chosen people ever see: God's clarity. You are now in the unveiling moment. The curtain is being taken down. And it's not just someone confessing that they still love you. It shows you how to start over with your life. But here's the risk, my dear. Do not skip this step. If you close your heart before heaven is done speaking, you will only receive half of the blessing. The Archangel Michael has been waiting for this moment for a very long time. He doesn't want you to miss it. Is that pain in your chest still there? That pull on your heart? That's not stress. Your soul is responding to the truth in that way. That's your gut remembering what your mind tried to forget, because you've always felt like you, and this person didn't say something. They paused, which made you feel it. The way they stayed close but never too close. You could feel their fear. You could feel their love. Buried, shaking, and scared. They didn't say sorry before. They were too scared to do it. But something changed. They learned from their mistakes. Pain made them humble. And now heaven has come to visit them. This message is one of many signs, like dreams, that show up at the same time. They admitted it. And that confession made waves in the spiritual world. What does that mean to you? It means that the air you breathe has changed. It means that things are moving faster for you. It means that things will never be the same again. But pay close attention, because God isn't just telling you what they said. He's asking you to become a different person, a version where you don't beg for the end to come, one in which you don't have to shrink to be loved. In this version, you walk like a king or queen, because heaven has given you proof that you are worthy. You're not crazy. It's not dramatic of you. You are very intuitive, and your soul was right the whole time. You could feel their shame. You could feel them pulling you. They were always with you, so you could feel them coming back before they did. They stayed in your field spiritually, like a song you can't forget. But the time for hovering is over now. It's now time to receive. Michael declares, this is the moment where heaven releases you from spiritual captivity. You've been bound to someone's unspoken apology for far too long. You've been waiting for the moment where they would just say what your heart already knew. And now that it's happened, God says, move. Do not wait any longer. Don't linger in their silence. Their confession is your permission to rise. But beloved, there's something more you need to hear. Their confession didn't end with missing you. It ended with a prophecy. They said, I don't think I'll ever find someone like them again. That was their truth. That was their moment of realization. But for you, it's a doorway because someone greater is coming. And this person, they will not hesitate. They will not question your worth. They will not play games with your heart. They will see you the way heaven sees you, as a miracle walking on earth. You've been divinely protected from people who couldn't carry the weight of your spirit. And that protection may have felt like rejection, but trust me, beloved, it was mercy. Michael shielded you from those who would have loved you halfway. And now, because you passed the test of pain, because you chose to heal instead of hate, you are being offered a reward not even your prayers dared to ask for. This message is a portal. This message is a bridge. This message is Michael shouting from the heavens. Don't you dare skip this. Don't you dare forget who you are. Because the person you've been waiting on, they already confessed, and the universe heard it. And now it's your turn to rise, your turn to receive, your turn to let go of the old story and embrace the new chapter God has already written in the stars. You have waited long enough. And now the miracle you thought would never come. It's here in this moment, in this message in you, my beloved. You have no idea how long heaven has been holding this back, waiting for the right moment to place this message in front of you. But today, the gates opened. Not gently, not slowly. They burst open with a rush of divine urgency because something has shifted, something massive. Archangel Michael has been crying, not tears of sadness, but of deep aching frustration, because he's been trying to reach you. And every time he sends a sign, a whisper, a divine nudge, you skip it, you scroll past it. You shake your head and say, maybe later. But later never came. And now is the final hour, not in a dramatic sense, but in a divine sense. Because this message will not come again. This message is the one that holds the truth you were never supposed to hear unless your soul was ready. And now it is finally. Do you remember that person? The one your soul never fully let go of. The one who made you question why the heart can ache, even when the mouth stays silent. The one who smiled at you like they knew you from 1,000 years ago, but treated you like a stranger when fear took over. Yes, that one. Heaven has been watching the tug of war inside them. The one between pride and truth, and something happened. Something sacred, they confessed. Maybe not to you. Maybe not even out loud, but in spirit, in their prayers, in the quiet moments when no one else was around. They said your name. They said they missed you. They said they regret everything. And those words, they didn't just vanish into the air. They shot straight into heaven's ears. And now God is revealing the truth to you. You were not crazy. You were not overthinking. You were not asking for too much. You were sensing what their soul was screaming behind their silence. Archangel Michael heard it too, and he couldn't bear to keep it from you any longer. So now, with sword in hand and wings wide open, he's delivering the message that will change your entire understanding of what you meant to them. They said you were the only person who ever saw them. Not their face, not their body, but their soul. They said they sabotaged it because they felt unworthy, because your light exposed their shadows, because loving you meant facing parts of themselves they weren't ready to heal. But here's the part that will shake you. They never stopped watching you, not physically, spiritually, energetically. They kept checking in on your life through timelines, through whispers, through memories that wouldn't die. And every time they thought they moved on, your name came back like a divine echo. Michael says, this isn't just about closure. You've been carrying questions around with you like chains, so this is about letting go. This question has changed the way you see yourself. You began to feel like you might not be lovable. You might have been too much. They might have been right to leave. They were wrong, though. They were scared. Now they're not just scared of you being gone. They're moved by it because your pain made you more beautiful. You didn't fall down. You did not chase. You got bigger, you shone. People will always remember how strong you were. They told the truth because they couldn't stand the silence any longer. But this is where it gets really good. Heaven heard more than what they said. Heaven replied, and you are the one getting the answer. There's a reason for everything you've been through. The wait, the silence, and the confusion were all part of a divine plan to bring you to this point. Because this message doesn't just tell you what they said. It lets you know what God has next in store for you. And when God starts to show you what He has planned next, He often gives you both spiritual peace and useful advice. I can see how much weight you've been carrying, my child. The worries you don't talk about money, the stress, and the nights when your mind won't shut off. People have heard your prayers for peace. You are not supposed to be scared and confused on this journey. You are meant to walk with faith, in the right way, every day. That's why a simple path has been set out for you, a 30-day system for faith and money breakthrough. You will be given a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear instructions every day to help you get back in charge. There is nothing too big or too hard, just steady, small steps that lead to peace and stability. Start today if your heart says it's time. Do not wait any longer. The link is in the title and in the comments that have been pinned below. As you take that faithful step, pay close attention, because Michael is now telling you about the season you are entering. You are about to enter a time when your intuition will be true every day, where not only other people, but also the universe itself will see how valuable you are. There, the things you thought would keep you down will become what helps you rise. Michael wants you to know this. Stop trying to say sorry. Don't worry about going back to someone who hurt you. God is not trying to take you back. Instead, look forward to rewards. He wants to give you back to yourself, whole, bright, and full of truth. The truth is that they thought about you all the time. Even when they talked about being fine and were in the arms of someone else, they were never really gone, even when they blocked you. They were stuck in shame, but they never forgot your name. It stuck to them. It hit them hard when they made mistakes. During the quiet times, it sang to them, and they are finally owning up to it. You don't need to wait for a text, though. Your soul has been begging for this message to come back to it. That's God's way of telling them that you mattered, that you still matter, and that no lie they told themselves could erase the mark you made on their heart. Archangel Michael wants you to really think about this, not just quickly skim it. Allow it to crack you open. Let it clean the cut. Open the book's door. So don't try to start up old flames again. It's about starting a new fire inside you, a flame that doesn't need to be okay. A fire that burns because I know you were never hard to love. You were just unique, and people often get rare things wrong. But no longer, not after today, because the truth is loud and clear. You are the one. You're still the one. You are now free, not having to prove anything, not having to wait all the time. Forget the idea that you were the issue. You taught me something. You were the bright spot. And everything changed because of you. Now is the time for you. Don't skip this message just because Michael told you he was done watching. He's had enough of seeing you doubt your magic. It's your turn now. This is what will heal you. This is your sign. Stay put. Read this one more time. Let it fill up the holes they made. Then, when you're ready and your heart is calm, walk forward, not to chase them, but to meet the life that has been after you. Because a holy thing is about to happen. When it comes back, it will be stronger and hurt you more. The one that knows what's true, the one that doesn't make sense, the one who no longer needs love, but gives it to others. Because the truth is that God didn't just drop this message on your lap to be curious or to make you feel better. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. He sent it as a spiritual wake-up call, an alarm from heaven to tell you what your heart has been longing to know. And not just about them, but also about you. As you went through the pain of heartbreak, betrayal, and never-ending questions of, why wasn't I enough? You forgot who you are. You forgot how much God loves and protects you. Someone forgot to tell you that your name is written on scrolls that are held tightly by angels who have seen every tear, heard every silent prayer, and seen your voice shake with fear. You forgot that God doesn't ignore people who are sad. It is getting closer. You can feel it in your bones now that it's so close. That change, that shock, that instant when everything you thought you'd never understand becomes clear. The Archangel Michael tells you that what you went through was not punishment. It was about positioning. It wasn't being rejected. Shifting was what it was. Because they would have been stuck in a cycle of almost love if they had chosen you with the version of themselves that couldn't love you right, the kind that changes how you feel every day. But God had bigger plans for you. His desire was for a love that would be like how heaven sees you, without any limits or fear. Now that reward is coming together because you didn't chase them, you stood still, and you let the silence teach you instead of break you. That promise is coming up soon. The person you're becoming is 10 times brighter, 10 times stronger, 10 times wiser, and 10 times softer than the person you fell in love with who couldn't hold your light. But pay close attention. You don't need to go back right now. This is not a call to open closed doors again. This is God telling you, look at what I kept you from becoming. Look at what I kept you from being. Because you could have let the pain make you tough. You might have gotten cold. To be tolerated, you could have matched their distance and silence and squished yourself into a smaller shape. You didn't, though. Even when they didn't deserve it, you stayed in love with them. As long as they didn't ghost you or act like you didn't exist, that's what made God notice. Why did Michael run with this message? Because God rewards those who love without conditions, even when they are turned down. You should now know this. People saw how much you loved them. Your hard work was noticed and appreciated. Someone who hadn't learned how to love themselves yet shouldn't have been around it. It was too strong, dear, and holy. It's not your fault. Don't carry that weight. It's not your fault to carry. Their inability to love you never showed how valuable you were. It only showed how hurt they were. They can now see it. It was said. They've whispered it when they felt bad about it. They've said it in confessions that were meant to be private, but heaven heard them. Michael did the same thing. You no longer have to worry about whether you were good enough. Since you were always that way, they did not feel ready. You're not the person you used to be either. Because of the old you that waited, begged, asked questions, prayed, and cried. That version is now going up. Today, you become more aware of who you were really made to be, so that version of history is becoming holy. She is more than just a lover and healer. She is a divine vessel of light that even angels are amazed by. It dawned on you that you were walking through a battlefield. Even though there is heavy fighting, emotional attacks, and spiritual confusion, you're still here, still soft, still looking for God, and still trying to help other people. That, my kid, is holy. That is divine toughness, and it should be praised. It should be rewarded. It should be fixed up. So, Michael is here with fire in his eyes and love in his voice telling you, stop blaming yourself. Stop shrinking. Stop questioning the energy you once gave freely, because your energy is currency in the spiritual realm. It shifts timelines, it heals families. It awakens people from spiritual slumber, and it is never wasted. Never. The one who received it may not have been able to handle it, but heaven recorded it, and heaven always repays. But before your reward comes, you must do one thing. Release, not forgive them because they asked. Forgive because you deserve to be free. Release the illusion that they were your only shot at real love. Release the shame of having loved someone who couldn't love you back. Release the guilt for how long you held on, because holding on wasn't weakness. It was faith. You believed in the beauty of something deeper. And that belief, it is about to create something new in your life, something wild, something sacred, something better than what you lost. Because what's coming, it doesn't just feel like love. It is love. And not the kind that takes and leaves, but the kind that stays, that listens, that covers you in prayer, that shows up when everyone else runs. The kind of love that feels like home and heaven at the same time. And it's closer than you think. But you must be empty to receive it. You must be healed enough to not sabotage it. You must be clear enough to recognize it. Michael says, the next season of your life is not about chasing. It has to do with attracting. Just being there will say a lot. Your spirit is what will shine. Because the old you did the work, the hard, painful, quiet, lonely work. Your energy will bring you people and chances that feel like prayers answered. This is the healed version of you getting the blessings. It happened not because you tried too hard, but because you finally let go. That's when heaven looks good. You're not behind schedule. You're not behind. God has timed it just right. Every missed turn, delay, and tear was a part of your resurrection. After taking off the veil, hearing the confession, and getting the message across, there is only one thing left to do: make a choice. Will you stand up for this truth? You could also go back to the part of yourself that begged for crumbs. Michael said, rise, rise with your crown straight. Rise with your heart whole. Rise with your memory clear. Rise with heaven standing behind you, because this time you are not alone. You never were. Because, my child, you've done something that most people on earth cannot even comprehend. You chose to keep your heart open in a world that constantly gives reasons to shut it. You loved without limits. You believed in someone when even they didn't believe in themselves. You stayed when others ran. And even when you walked away, you didn't slam the door. You left a light on just in case they needed to find their way home. Do you think heaven didn't see that? Do you think the angels didn't gather around and whisper, look at this soul. In spite of their pain, they still choose love. Dear beloved, you have so much heavenly credit, but it's not in the form of money. It's in the form of miracles. Now the divine bank is ready to pour it down on you, not to repay you, but to make things right, because what you gave was holy. You really lost something. That being said, what you're about to receive is beyond anything you could imagine. You're not supposed to be here. There's no chance that you're reading this. Some spiritual event had to happen to break up your normal day and remind you that your story is still going on. That moment when you almost gave up was the exact moment when heaven began writing your win. Now, Archangel Michael has been told by God the Most High to give you this personal message from God. Not to scare or confuse you, but to get you ready. You might miss the miracle if your heart is still holding on to their silence. What's coming will be so beautiful, so unexpected, and so wildly divine. Please don't look back, Michael begs you. Not now, because your real life starts when you stop waiting for them to say sorry and checking their energy and say, God, I'm ready for what you want. Oh, what a life is going to be. You are not going to get someone from God who will mess with your intuition. He's not sending you another soul that is only partly present to mess up your spirit. Someone is being sent who will hear your silence better than anyone else. Someone who will know what it means to love someone as deeply as you do. A person who has also been out in the wild, who lessens the blow of the storm, who has prayed to the same God at the same time when their pillow was full of tears. They won't come to finish you off. They are going to join you. Because God never meant for you to be broken up. He wanted you to be whole. That's exactly what He's been doing, in a quiet, painful, and miraculous way. He moved things around that you didn't even know were broken. He's been getting rid of people you thought you needed. Now He's making the way for what is yours, without anyone getting in the way, making things confusing or making you afraid. But let me say this with all the truth of an angel. You're no longer waiting for them. You're not making room for them to come back. For someone who couldn't even send a message, you're not putting off your goal. Since the version of you that cried alone has already risen, you are not in charge of the part of you that questioned everything they did. That part of you that hoped they would change is being wrapped in gold by heaven. In this moment, you are becoming divine. Here's an identity that doesn't look for energy. It gives it to you. It's the kind that doesn't need love, it gives it. The kind that makes angels stop and whisper, there they are. They remember who they are at last. It's easy to love you. It's hard to fool you. You're not too much. You're too awake. You're getting away. And yes, they did admit it. Yes, they feel bad about it. That doesn't mean you have to wait, though. You don't have to leave the door open for a version of them that still doesn't know how to stay. It means you understand how you've always felt. There was love for you, but it wasn't the kind of love you deserved. That's not your fault. It's not your fault. That story is no longer yours. Michael tells you to stop having to say sorry for being strong, sensitive, prophetic, or the type of soul that feels things no one else does. That is a gift from you. That's your calling. That's the reason they were interested in you in the first place. Not because you were simple, but because you were holy. Because you looked like a mirror. You showed them what kind of person they could be if they chose to heal. They didn't, though. Not then, and maybe not now. But you choose to be you. That's what changes heaven and earth, beloved. Now let go. Not because I'm angry, but because I have pride. Take care of what you have. Remember what you've learned. Then get up like the miracle you are, since God isn't done yet. Michael the Archangel will not leave your side and the next part of your life. That prayer, that lonely night, that tear you thought no one saw will all make sense. You were never not seen. You were kept secret, safe, and alive for a much bigger reason. Because what is being written about you now in heaven isn't a chapter. This is a prophecy, one that was put off but not turned down, one that was ready for you to leave yourself behind. That's not because God wanted you to suffer, but because He wanted you to stop giving up. Now, Archangel Michael stands next to you with the sword that has protected your soul more times than you can count. He tells you one last truth. The pain they caused you was never who you were. It was your way in. Do you know what that means? In this case, it means that everything, the betrayal, the confusion, the silence, and the leaving, was a part of your awakening. You might have spent your whole life wondering why love felt so shallow, and why no one could meet you where you were meant to be. You now know, though, you were never meant to live a simple life. You were made for the ocean, the stars, and miracles. Also, yes, someone did hold your heart once while it was shaking. They did say they did it, but it was way too late. They do see your worth now, but not in the way that someone who deserves to see it would. Because being clear after losing something is not the same as seeing clearly before taking action. Archangel Michael tells them that even though heaven heard their confession, they don't have to pay you back. You should give yourself a raise. When you were younger, you owed the person who cried herself to sleep and wondered what she had done wrong. You need to show her this side of yourself. It's strong, soft, wise, and spiritually alive. This person doesn't wait for closure. They become it. The person who walks like proof and doesn't look for approval. The person who not only makes it through storms, but also becomes calm afterward. Because what's really after you is not even a person, it's the season. Sometimes the doors that used to shut in your face beg you to come in. A time of year when everything that was put off is given to you twice as much. When you walk into a room, people can feel your peace before they even hear your voice. When love comes, which it won't throw you off. You won't get tired of it. It won't shy away from your depth or your past. It will sit next to you and say, I know everything you've been through, but I still choose you. That's what God has been getting you ready for. Not a return, but a deal made good. And what about the person who told the truth? They've begun to get better. They have started to make up for it. However, they are not your duty. Their soul is now going on its own trip. And you don't have to pick up what they dropped, even if your spirits touch in dreams or if they think of your name. You are not supposed to be the link between where I am and where I want to go. They couldn't forget you because your love smelled like heaven. You were the news, the wake-up call. These people have now admitted it, and Archangel Michael has confirmed it. It's now your turn to choose yourself, just like you chose them. Don't be shocked if blessings start coming your way faster than you can explain, when doors that were welded shut open. People who are strangers to you treat you with respect that no one else has ever shown you. Because everything is remembered in heaven. The way you smiled when you were ready to stop. The way you loved, even when it cost you. The way you thought when you had nothing left to hold on to. God doesn't forget. Michael doesn't forget. The release is now here. Not just a word, but a wave, a flood, a spiritual cleansing that gets rid of all the pain in your energy field. The past is ending. You are being pulled toward the future. And the present moment is holy. It's holy ground. So take deep breaths. Take it easy on your shoulders. Let your heart breathe out. You've been through sad times, broken hearts, doubt and nights when even prayer felt too heavy. You did it. Now all that's left to do is receive. Get the love that is in tune with your frequency. Get the peace that stays with you even when the sun goes down. Take the life that used to seem like a faraway hope, because it's now within reach. It's right here, waiting for you to say yes. Michael bows as he watches you read these last lines. You remember, not because you're better than him. Heaven will always remember you, even if people forget about you. It dawned on you that love is not something you seek. You are that thing. You remembered that silence from people can't stop a divine calling. And now you're entering the most beautiful part of your life. Not because of the person who is coming back, but because of the person you have become. You are no longer the person who is waiting to be picked. You know they were picked out before they were born. That changes everything. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, You gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.